Courts give decision or justice. Om Satchidanandaya Namaha. Om Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Judges are human. So like all other humans, they are not infallible. No judge can claim to have never passed a wrong order. Supreme Court says. Times of India, October 3, 2019 news. Good leaders sometimes make bad and wrong decisions, and bad leaders sometimes make good and correct decisions. What type of justice when cases are pending for years together? Justice delayed is justice denied. Sentenced to death but later declared innocent. If you Google, you can find a list of miscarriage of justice cases, and the list is not exhaustive. National Geography Channel says, since 1973, 8,700 people in the US have been sent to death row. At least 182 were not guilty. Justice went wrong. Judicial system failed. History is replete with examples where innocents were punished by the then judicial system and the culprits were let off. The innocent becomes a scapegoat. It is a wrong conviction, miscarriage of justice, judicial error, unfair ruling. The justice system is meant to punish the culprit and acquit the innocent man. Judge takes decisions from the conscious mind. The conscious mind is influenced by the subconscious and unconscious mind. The subconscious and unconscious mind is full of impressions of race, caste, religion and gender, and all these contribute to the miscarriage of justice. Wrong police investigation, prosecution wrongs, bad judges, poor defense are the flaws in the system. There have been 2,622 exonerations in US since 1989, and the number is growing. The National Registration of Exonerations 2019 involved official misconduct in 2018 alone. Witness misidentification, official misconduct, inadequate legal representation are responsible. This data is publicly available. This has happened from very ancient times. Lord Krishna was born in jail. His parents were illegally put in jail. Krishna's brothers were murdered immediately after their birth. Jesus was put to trial, was punished and crucified by the judges. Herod, Caiaphas, Governor Pontius Pilate, these three were the judges. Socrates was poisoned by the order of the judges. Mansur al-Hallaj, Sufi mystic and poet, was sent to gallows by the judges when he uttered Anal Haq, I am the truth. Mansur was lashed till he became unconscious. Hands and feet were cut and he was sent to gallows by the judges. He was hanged and doused in oil and burned. What about the Inquisition? Thousands of women were burnt at stake, declaring them to be witches. Bruno, an Italian philosopher, poet, cosmological scientist, was found guilty and burnt at stake by the Catholic Church, as they did not agree with his views and called them heresy. Bruno is considered a landmark in the history of free thought. Bruno was born in 1548 and he was burnt at stake by the church on 17 February 1600 at the age of 52. Scientist Galileo was condemned by the Roman Catholic Inquisition in 1633. He was prosecuted for his theory of heliocentrism, that is, the earth and planets revolve around the sun at the center of the universe. The Roman Inquisition arrested Galileo in 1633 and found him vehemently suspect of heresy and sentenced him to house arrest, where he remained until his death in 1642. Slavery and colonialism were approved and supported by the church, the courts and judges. In 1947 partition of India, lakhs were raped, butchered, murdered and burnt. But how many people were prosecuted? Practically none. So many wars are happening in the world, so many genocides, so many crimes all over the world, so many criminals are roaming freely, so many courts, so many judges are there, but how many are being punished? So miscarriage of justice is not a very uncommon thing in history. Much needs to be done to improve the judicial system. Om.